Hello everyone, my name is Lucy and today we are going to be moving through a vinyasa flow practice together. So if you have any injuries or you're in the midst of a pregnancy, please take care of yourself, make any adaptations that you need to, and for everybody else too. I always like to make that reminder that if anything doesn't feel quite right in your own body, there is no pressure to do it. The beauty of doing yoga from home, you can adapt, you can add things in, you can take things out, you can hold poses for longer. So just let me be a guide for you today as you have an exploration with your own body and your own breath. I'm going to start today's practice just sitting up on a block. If you have a block handy or a cushion, you could use that, otherwise just sitting onto your mat. We won't need any other equipment for today. Going to find a cross-legged seated position, sitting up nice and tall, spine long, crown elongating towards the sky. And today I'm just going to take my hands into a little mudra position, so my thumb and forefinger are touching to create this little circle, and then the other three fingers are splaying out. And we just rest our hands onto our knees, and this can look quite spiritual and yogi-like, but the idea of the mudra with our fingers is to create this energetic bind so that we're almost starting to capture the energy within us, to sit with it, and to really let that energy start to flow, so that life force, that prana start to flow within us as we become aware of creating this energy within ourselves and on our mats. So starting to close down those eyes if that feels comfortable for you today. And we're just going to slowly start to just become aware of this sensation. All the sensations involved with sitting here on your mat today. So you might notice the feeling of the ground beneath your seat bones or your block or your mat. You might notice the temperature against your skin. You might notice the way that you're feeling in your muscles, any tight spots. You might notice a certain mood, emotional state that you find yourself in today. And every time that we hop onto the mat, we're going to be feeling something different. So just honoring what we find, drawing ourselves, committing ourselves to this present moment for the next 55 minutes or so. No judgment, just noticing, just observing. If you feel your mind wandering away, just gently drawing your mind back to the present. And we can use our breath as our anchor. So starting to notice, become fully aware that you're breathing in, and fully aware that you're breathing out. You might even say to yourself in your mind, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Finding a pace and a rhythm of breath that feels comfortable for you. Gently extending, drawing that breath all the way down into the belly, expanding out through the ribs, up into the collarbones, and then all the way back out until the belly button gently draws into the belly. And those last bits of air have left. A slight pause before you start your next breath in. The mind wanders away. Just gently bring it back to the breath. I'm just going to take a few more rounds of breath here, so you might like to return to something that feels a little more natural. You can release that mudra, just pressing your hands down onto your legs. Keep those eyes closed if you like. Just these last few moments of tuning in. To the light, take a nice big reach up towards the sky. Both palms touch overhead. As you exhale, draw the hands down through the heart center. Again, big inhale, reach those arms. Exhale through the mouth. Last time, in breath. And out breath. Beautiful. Take those hands down, release the block or the cushion, and just bring yourself into a tabletop position. So we're going to make sure our wrists are stacked over underneath our shoulders, our knees under hips, press those fingers really hard into the mat, spread them nice and wide, and start to press the mat away as you dome through that upper back. Nice, tuck the chin under, curl and squeeze. And then as you exhale, let that chest drop down between the shoulders and start to lift up, look forward with that chin. Nice, exhale, pressing hard into the knees, into the hands. Squeeze the chin under, belly button to spine. Inhale, breath. Linking breath with movement, exploring these shapes. You might like to close your eyes. We're going to do a few more rounds like this. Okay, when you're ready, let's come back to a neutral spine. We're going to come onto our fists, so our fists are facing inwards. Start to send that right arm straight out in front, up towards the sky, and then all the way back behind you. Nice, let's do that again. Nice big inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach that arm out behind you. Again, big breath in. Nice, and exhale. Bring both hands down onto the mat. Okay, you need to tuck your toes under. Again, we're going to hover that right hand up off the mat. And then see if you can press yourself back into a three-legged downward dog. Nice, can you hold it here guys? And then release that hand downward facing dog. Start to send those hips back in space and making any little bits of movement that you feel called to in your first downward dog of the day. Stay there, I'm just going to turn this music up a little notch. Nice. Laying through the spine, hips high, gentle drawing in of those ribs. Use your breath to guide you, focusing on that exhale. Remember, you can keep your knees bent and your heels lifted if that helps with that elongation through the upper half of the body. We're going to start to look forward and then roll forward to a high plank position. Hug those elbows in, lower your knees down, hug the elbows, chest and chin touch down. Peel the chest open, squeeze those shoulder blades together, point the toes, and exhale back to the chin. Nice, again, inhale, lift up. This time slide those elbows forward. We're in a Sphinx pose. Nice, point the toes, squeeze the glutes. Take a nice breath in. And then as you exhale, press into the tops of the feet and look back towards your feet. Nice, inhale, open up that chest. And exhale, look back towards the feet. Again, inhale, open. Press into the forearms, press into the toes, lift up. And water. Nice, can you shuffle yourself back into a child's pose? Doesn't have to be glamorous. Sink those hips towards your heels. And then find your way into a downward facing dog. Nice work. From here, we're going to send our right leg up towards the sky. Bend into your knee, yawn your hip open, square your shoulders off to the mat, and then bring that right knee all the way into your nose, and step the foot up in between the hands. Crescent lunge pose, rise to stand. Whoa, I'm a little bit wobbly. If you're wobbly, heel toe that right foot out a little bit, get nice and strong and steady in your base. Tuck your tailbone under, left knee's moving towards the ground. We're going to lower that knee all the way down, untuck the toes, and then draw those arms back into little half splits. Nice, again, bend into that right knee, tuck the toes, lift up crescent lunge. Exhale, lower your left knee down, untuck toes, big reach back with those arms, chest forward. Now if you're tight through that right hamstring, feel free to keep that knee bent as you come into your half splits. Give it a go, left knee comes down, untuck toes, big reach back. So belly's working towards thigh. See, it doesn't matter if that knee's a little bent. Let's do two more. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Nice. Let's bring those arms forward to frame the foot, lengthen through that spine. Soften your belly towards your thigh. We're going to start to walk forward, tuck the toes under, runner's lunge here. Step the left foot forward. Press through those feet, reach both arms to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale. Swan dive forward, leading with the chest all the way. Halfway lift, flat back. Press hands into your shins. Lengthen through your neck and fold over your legs. Step both feet back. High plank position. Downward facing dog. And then lower those knees all the way down and come back into that tabletop shape. We'll do all of that on the other side. So we'll start by bringing that right hand into a fist. Fingertips are facing inwards. Left arm lifts forward, up and all the way around. Inhale, lean and reach. Pressing hard into that right shin bone to keep your hips nice and even. One more. Nice, both hands touch down, tuck your toes under. Can you lengthen that left arm forward? Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Keep that left hand floating. And then go ahead, down facing dog. Both hands down, press the mat away. Get those hips nice and high. Find length through the arms. Openness through the chest and the top of the back. Gentle drawing in of those lower ribs. Focus on your breath. Now look forward, roll yourself forward, high plank position, and make your way down. Knees hug the elbows, hips, belly, chest. You want the chest open to a cobra pose. Point the toes. Exhale to release. Inhale, lift up. Draw those forearms forward. Sphinx pose. Remember, as we did before, press into the tops of the feet. Squeeze and tuck, look back at the feet. Inhale, open up that chest. Exhale, squeeze and look back. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze and press. How high can you get? And lower. Let's come all the way back into a child's pose position. Remembering this pose is here for you throughout the practice if you need a break. When you're ready, tuck those toes under, downward facing dog. Get your hips nice and high. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat and start to float your left leg up to the sky. Bend into your knee. Yawn your hip open. Length through the right side of the body. And then bring that left knee into the chest. Step that foot in between the hands. Right knee comes down. Reach the arms high. Lift up, crescent lunge pose. Start to lower the back knee. Untuck the toes and big lean back. Half splits. Tuck and lift, breath in. Exhale, lower knee. Untuck, reaching on back. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower knee. Untuck the toes, reaching back. Belly towards thigh. Inhale, lift. I've lost count. Where are we up to? Exhale, lower knee. And reach back. Hold it here. Hold it here. Can we bring our fingertips forward, lengthen through that spine, and then walk yourself forward. Low runner's lunge, tuck the back toes under. Like we're taking off for a running race. Step forward, fold forward. Press through those feet, big reach to the sky. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hinging, folding from the hips all the way. We'll find a halfway lift, hands to shins, long neck. Plant the hands down, step or jump, both feet back, high plank. And then we move through our flow, so either knees or chaturanga. Cobra pose or upward facing dog, chest through shoulders. Downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath here as you settle. Find your flow, find your rhythm. Find that awareness in that present moment experience. Bend into your knees, look forward, we'll step or float forward. Halfway lift to an inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs. Press through the feet, reach both arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, breath, dive forward, second round, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale to halfway. Exhale to step or jump chaturanga. Inhale, open up that chest. Downward facing dog. Exhale the breath. Now remember, you can always take as much time as you need in your chaturanga and your vinyasa. We'll always catch back up in our down dog. No rush, unless of course you want to go faster. Go for it. All right, one more round. Bend into your knees, lift those hips, step forward. Halfway flat back. Fold as you empty the breath. This time, can we sink the hips low, reach the arms high, chair pose. Come up onto those tippy toes. Balancing, press those knees, squeeze the thighs together. And can we lean forward and reach those arms back in space? Whoa, I'm a little wobbly. Maybe you're still on your tippy toes, maybe not. Come back into your chair pose, reach the arms up high. Exhale, come up onto tippy toes, reach the arms back. Nice, heels lower, reach arms. Exhale, arms back, heels lift. One more time, breath in. Can we stand all the way up onto those tippy toes and lift up, lift up, lift up. Lower the heels, fold in half. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands down, step or float, and make your way through your float. Open chest, breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a few rounds of breath, always an option for a child's pose. Look towards the back of your mat, get nice and long through that neck. Getting ready for some standing postures. Bring both feet together at the back of your mat. Come up onto those tippy toes. Start to send that right leg up high towards the sky. Bend into your knee, yawn the hip open. Try to find length through the left side of waist. So we're not crunching and folding and opening. We're staying nice and square. Point those right toes. Draw the right knee into the chest, make space to step that foot through. Beautiful work. Crescent lunge pose, rise up to stand. Get strong and steady in your base. Eyes forward. Back knee is moving down towards the mat. Maybe it begins to straighten. Soften your shoulders, steady your eyes. Arrowhead pose, lean forward. Now we'll take our weight into our right leg. Preparing for warrior three, hands come into the chest. Steady your eyes out in front and float the back leg. Nice. From here, preparing to stand up. So we'll take weight into our right leg. Keep bringing that left knee all the way up into the chest for a stork pose. Meet me here. Micro bend that standing leg and hold. From here, left heel moves back towards the back of the room. It's almost like a dancer's pose. And then can we bring it forward? Now if this is too much, you can always tap those toes down. Otherwise, follow me, we're going to do one more round. Back, and then forward. Steady those eyes, lift back, hold. Big step back. Crescent lunge, beautiful work. Skanasana to the back of your mat. So start to bend into your left knee. Come onto your right heel, hands into your heart center. Pivot around so you're facing towards the back of your mat. Right hand down, left arm lifts up to the sky, look up. Look back at your right hand and start to sink your hips down. Now if this feels super tight, you might need to shuffle that left foot a little further down your mat. Reach that left arm. Keep that chest and torso nice and long. Can you lift the hips to reach your arm overhead? Exhale, squeeze and look back towards your hand. Lower the hips. Lift up and exhale, lower. Again, lift up and exhale, lower. Amazing work. Lift up. Bring those hands back. Come to frame your foot. Get nice and aligned here. Plant those hands down. Our left leg is lifting up to the sky. Our left leg. Bend into your knee. Yawn your hip open. Option for a while being stepping that foot behind and lifting those hips up as you reach towards the back of the room. Nice, guys. Left hand comes down. Left leg comes high, three-legged dog. Step that foot up in between the hands. Beautiful. Chest opens. We'll make our way back towards the top of the mat. So nice and slow and steady. All the way forward. Crescent lunge, rise up to stand. Take a big step forward. Hands into the heart center. Chair pose, scoop those fingertips along the mat and sit yourself down, down, down. Tuck your tailbone under, get long through that lower back. Find a little twist, left elbow to right knee. Start to twist and open. Nice, look back at your feet, check your knees are in line. We'll step back with our left leg. So keep that right foot planted. Left leg steps back, twisted crescent lunge. Amazing work. Start to open up those wings. And then spin all the way open into a standing, twisted crescent lunge. When we bring our right hand onto the back of the left knee, left arm up and overhead. Beautiful. Hold it here. Steady your eyes. Warrior two to the back of the mat. So our left knee will bend, our right leg will be straight. Open that chest up. Beautiful. Get square through that chest to the side of your mat. I'll spin around so I'm with you. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior back. Come back into a side angle, so forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Again, press into the feet, lift up and back, reverse warrior two. Side angle pose, forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Back to your warrior two. Now this time, take that right arm behind your back so that it places in between your shoulder blades. Let's try. Flip your warrior, reverse your warrior two, and then come into a side angle. And just notice the difference here. When that hands to your back shoulders, can you draw that right shoulder back a little further? Nice. Start to straighten out through your legs. Bring your left hand inside of your left leg. You know where we're headed. Triangle pose. We'll release that right arm to the sky. Feel that alignment. Both arms in one line. Right shoulder is back. Press evenly through both feet. And then rise up to stand. Well done. Hands onto the hips. Pivot your feet forward. We'll get ready for a pyramid pose. Left foot steps in. Chest is forward. Shoulders back. Option to take a reverse prayer pose. From here we start to lean forward, hinge forward. Lean forward, hinge forward. Lean forward, hinge forward. Softening all the way down. Finding your edge. Keep drawing that right hip back. When you're ready, bring those fingertips down out in front. Standing splits. Our left leg lifts to the sky. Lift it up a little bit higher. Point those toes. Maybe you'd like to take a hold of that right calf with your right arm. Can we lift higher for 3? For 2. And for 1. Big step back. Beautiful work. Come to frame the foot. Right leg lifts to the sky. Shift the weight forward to a high plank position. High plank. Exhale. We flow. Open chest. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Find your shape. Maybe if you need a little break, making your way to a child's pose. Choose what's best for your body. We've got about 5 more rounds of breath here. Coming back to your center. Finding that energy that we created at the beginning of the class. That beautiful balance of focused, yet calm. Of effortful, yet also easeful. Are we ready to do that whole sequence on the other side? Make your way into your downward dog if you're not there already. Lift those hips up high and bring your feet together at the back of your mat. As you're ready, left leg lifts up towards the sky, bend into your knee, yawn your hip open. And from here, our left knee will come all the way up to our nose. Shift the weight forward and step through. Nice crescent lunge, rise up to stand, get steady in your pose. Back knee moving towards the ground, soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, steady your eyes. Arrowhead, lean on forward, taking the weight into our left leg. Lift up, warrior 3. I forgot what I was going to say there. Pointing into your right toes, micro bend the standing leg, hands at the heart, super helpful for balance. And from here, our left leg will take the weight, right knee comes into the chest. You can meet me here. Now let's give this a little go. Steady your eyes. Send that right leg back like you're coming into a dancer's pose, lean forward. And then bring that knee back into the chest, lift up, squeeze. If you need to tap down, but give it a go. Lift up, take a breath in, breath out, knee to chest. Last time, lift up, hold. Crescent lunge, step back, reach the arms, good job. Shavasana. Bend into your right knee and come onto your left heel. Now try to get that right heel down, even if that means you're not all the way down to the mat. Pivot around so we're facing towards the back of the room. Our left hand lands, our right arm lifts. Simple twist. From here, look back at your hand and foot. Start to yawn that hip open as you land onto the outer edges of both feet. You might need to shuffle that right foot down. Reach the right arm, look back. And then lift those hips up and reach up overhead. Nice. Exhale, lower those hips and reach back. And then lift up to squeeze. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift up. Let's do one more like that. Do your best. Lower those hips. And we lift. Come back to frame that foot. Shuffle those feet to the top of your mat. Or the back of your mat, you might say. Are we ready? Plant your hands down. Lift that right leg up to the sky. Bend into your knee. Open your hip. And flip your dog over. We're in a wild thing. Take the weight into that left arm as you open your chest. Nice big back bend. We'll come all the way back over. Right leg lifts up to the sky. And straight away we step that one through. Beautiful. Start to walk your way back towards the top of that mat. We get ready to step forward. Top of the mat we go, fold forward. Reach the sky with both arms, come high. Look up, hands into the heart center. Samastiti here. Chair pose. Scoop those fingertips along the mat and sit yourself back and down. Tuck that tailbone under. Give those fingers a little wriggle. Let your chest be open. From here, my hands into the heart. We'll find a little twist. Right elbow to left knee. Looking over your left shoulder. Are we ready? Look back at your knees. Check they're in line. We'll step back with our right leg, twisted crescent lunge. Get strong and straight through that back leg. Open up your wings and then rise up to stand. Super tricky pose. Steady those eyes. Left hand lands onto the back of the right leg. Right arm lifts up and back. Beautiful work. From here, all the way into our warrior two. To the back of your mat, so right knee bends. Beautiful. Find that strong, steady warrior. Hold your pose. Steady your gaze. Flip the front palm. Reverse your warrior back. We'll slide into a side angle. So forearm to thigh. Arm comes up and over. Beautiful. Again, lift up. Reach on back. And exhale. Side angle pose. Left arm. Rise back up to warrior two. This time left arm comes behind your shoulders, in between your shoulders, sorry. Let's give that a go. Draw that left shoulder back, right palm flips up and back. Side angle pose, forearm to thigh. Take a little lean. Spin the chest open. Start to straighten out through both legs. Right arm comes inside of the leg, left arm lifts to the sky. Notice how that helps with your alignment. Keep drawing that left shoulder blade back. Can you find length through the right side of the waist? We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Rise up to stand. Bring your hands onto your hips. Start to move your feet back towards the top of the mat. Step that right foot in slightly, preparing for our pyramid pose. Hips are pointing forward, chest is pointing forward, arms come behind, forearms or reverse spread. Squeeze shoulder blades together, start to lean forward, hinge forward. Lean forward, hinge forward. Lean forward, hinge forward. Left hip comes back. Soften yourself down towards that leg. Finding your edge. Breathe into sensation. Release the arms, fingertips come out in front, little bend into your left knee as your right leg lifts toes. Hold on to your left leg if that's helpful. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Big step back. Beautiful. Hands come to frame your foot, left leg lifts up to the sky. Shift your weight forward to a high plank. Make your way through your flow, whatever that looks like for you. Opening your chest, big breath in. Downward dog, big breath out. Either staying here in your dog or finding a little child's pose for a moment. Take a breath. For our last round of standing postures. So I want you to find that inner strength, that inner energy that you know is there. And we use this determination to tell ourselves that we can. And we stay with it, we stick with it. From effort comes reward. Downward facing dog, looking forward towards the top of your mat. You'll step or float forward, find a halfway lift, and fold forward as you empty your breath. Big reach to the sky, both arms high. Exhale, fold all the way over those legs. Halfway lift, big step back with the left leg. Lower the back heel, warrior 2, open yourself up. I'll spin around to face you guys. Hold your pose. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior back. Keep the deep bend in the knee. Right hand, forearm onto thigh, left arm up and over. Perhaps a little bind, left arm wraps around that lower back. Keep spinning your chest open, maybe right arm underneath your right leg. Find a little hook of those hands at your lower back. And then you might stay here, or if birds of paradise is in your practice, we'll step that left foot forward to meet the right foot. Give that a go. How does that feel? You might stay here for today. You may start to stand up. This is a great pose. Fantastic pose just here. You don't need to do anything else, or perhaps you start to straighten that right leg out. For 3, for 2, for 1. Coming back down. So good. Don't worry, we'll have a go on the other side. Big step back. Release. Come all the way back into your warrior 2. Straighten out through both legs. Hands into your hips. Big toes in. Roll those shoulders back. Start to draw yourself forward. Bring those hands down. Either holding onto backs of ankles or maybe walking those arms through the legs. Pressing into the outer edges of both feet. Draw your chest towards you. Towards your legs. Imagine that your chest is moving through your legs. Can we find that balance between effort and ease? Start to come back up onto your fingertips. Hands onto hips and rise all the way back up to stand. Beautiful. Face forward towards the top of your mat. Which way am I going? And bring your fingertips down. I'll go this way. Take a big step forward with both legs. Press into the feet. Reach both arms up to the sky. Hands come into the heart center as you exhale. Right knee into your chest. Take your arms out to a T. Left arm wraps over your right arm. Find equal arms. Now our right leg wraps over our left leg. Either once or maybe twice, coming all the way down into your eagle pose. Squeeze everything together. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms for 3. Oh, I'm wobbling. For 2. And for 1. Let's come back up. Stork pose, take a breath. Hands down, leg back. Down facing dog. Shift forward, high plank. Make your way through your flow. We'll all meet back in a down dog. And we'll come straight onto the other side. So bend into your knees, lift your heels and step or float forward, halfway lift. Fold as you empty breath. Big reach to the sky with both arms. Hands into the heart center as you exhale. Beautiful. Preparing for our other side. Fold forward all the way. Halfway lift, flat back. Step back with the right leg. Lower the back heel, open it up. Warrior two. Hold your pose. Press through both feet. Steady your eyes just beyond that middle finger. Flip the front palm to reverse your warrior back. Side angle, forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Find length through the side of the waist. Maybe a bind for you today, right arm behind the lower back is a half bind. Left arm underneath your leg is a full bind. Can you draw your head back towards your shoulder? Head is in line with your shoulder, beautiful. Step that right foot forward if you'd like to have a play. Just an option. Step it forward. Great, you might stay here. Maybe you'll start to bring left knee up into the chest. Stand up nice and tall, beautiful pose. Excellent pose here. No need to do anything else, or maybe start to straighten your left leg. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Knee back into chest. Big step back into your binded side angle. Beautiful. Release those arms. Warrior two. Straighten out through both legs. Hands onto your hips. Big toes in, heels out. Roll shoulders back. Start to fold on forward. Make your way there. And making this pose whatever you need it to be for you. Soften your face. Give your head a shake. Maybe bend into your knees. Take some nice full breaths. Two more breaths here. Come back into your fingertips. Hands onto your hips, stand all the way back up. Pivot forward, take a big step forward. Nice. Bring that left knee up. Bring your arms out to a T. Right arm crosses over your left arm. Left knee is over your right leg. Find a little eagle pose. Squeeze the arms together. Now, if you're feeling wobbly, just bring those left toes down to the ground, no problem. Draw the elbows up, in line with the eyes. Squeeze, hold, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Are we ready? Knee into the chest, release those arms, stalk pose, big step back. Downward facing dog. Shift forward, high plank. Make your way through your flow. Opening chest, take a breath in. Downward dog, take a breath out. Hold it here, or maybe come into a child's pose. Your choice. Let's take 5 rounds of breath. Count your breath. Down onto our bottoms. So send those legs out to the side, come all the way onto your butt, and start to just settle down onto those legs. We'll start with a one-legged forward fold. So send that left leg a little further out, right sole of foot into left inner thigh, and start to turn your torso so you're facing over that left leg. Now our left hand comes down beside us, our right arm lifts up. Start to lean forward, and can you reach for the outer edge of that left foot? You can bend up your knee if that's helpful. As you take a little twist to begin with, twisting to the left side. From here, take your left arm and wrap it over and around to the other side of that foot. Again, bend into that knee if you need to start to soften yourself forward. Lengthen through your spine and hinge on forward. Lengthen the spine and soften to follow. Lengthen and soften. As you're ready, we'll make our way back up. And then bring that leg in a little bit closer. Now keep the wrap of those hands around the foot. And bring that knee up into the chest if you can. Can we start to straighten that leg with that bind of the hands? Now notice my knee could be bent or straight. Up to you. Draw your chest towards your belly and hold it here. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Beautiful. Roll onto your right butt cheek. Take that left leg behind you. So we're in a half hero pose. We'll start to lean our way back. Come down onto your forearms. Maybe that's it for you today. You might just stay here. Or if you'd like a little bit more, come down onto your back. Beautiful. Hips are open. Chest is open. Now if that's too much, again, you might be up here, but wherever you are, can we find our breath? Can we breathe all the way down into sensation and the hips? As you're ready, start to make your way back up onto your hands. We'll move on to the other side. So we'll send our right leg out long and our left sole foot into right inner thigh. We'll turn our torso over our right leg. Take that right hand behind you, so we're in a little bit of a twist here. And then our left arm lifts up and we reach for the outer edge of that right foot. Lengthen through your spine and then soften your belly forward. Lengthen through your spine and soften your belly forward. Might like to reach that right arm now so that your right hand wraps around the outer edge of the left foot. We've got this little cross of the hands. Your knee could be bent. Make your way into your pose. And can we just be here with where we're at? There's nowhere that we need to get to, nothing we need to achieve. Release the hands, bring that right foot heel in a little bit closer, and then find that same bind with your hands. Now lift that right leg up, and can you draw it towards your face? That's it. So our belly and our thighs starting to come a little closer. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Send it back down. Nice. Let's bring that right leg all the way back behind us, preparing for our half hero. Start to make our way down onto our forearms and all the way perhaps onto our backs. See how you go. Have a little play around. Chest is open, hips are open, face is soft. Take 3 more rounds of breath. And then start to make our way back up onto our forearms, onto our hands. Bring both of those feet together. Hold onto the backs of your thighs. Reach your arms out. Or hold onto the backs of your thighs. 2 options. We'll start to roll our way down. So we're engaging our core. Keep those feet pressing into the mat. And slowly, 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 slowly use that belly button. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Let's do a little bit of back bending. Press that lower back down. Feet come down. Hands into the mat. As you inhale, start to lift those hips up to the sky. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Perhaps interlace one hand and then the other. Kind of lift a little higher. Opening that chest. Expanding the belly. Slowly making our way back down towards the ground. Now we'll do one more round like that, a simple bridge pose. Or if you are interested in doing a wheel, go ahead and make your way into a wheel now. So we do that by pointing our fingertips towards our shoulders and making our way up onto our head, lifting those hips up and trying to straighten out the legs, maybe a little by taking the weight into our upper body. If you're in a bridge pose, so if you're closer down to the ground, you might like to come onto your tippy toes. And just take a few more breaths here. And then slowly in our own time, make our way back down to the mat. Now we'll wind scrape bring whatever knees from side to side. Woo. Beautiful. Holding onto the backs of our thighs, a little roll along the spine, coming up and rolling all the way back, up and rolling all the way back. And then finishing in either happy baby or a shoulder stand, your choice, your choice. Walking your hands up your shoulders. If you are doing that shoulder stand, for shoulder standers, perhaps bringing your legs over your head into a plow pose. Continuing to support your lower back, or maybe finding an interlace with your hands. And then slowly with control, engaging our bellies, we'll all make our way back down towards the mat. Beautiful, feet touch down, knees pointing to the sky, tick-tock from side to side again. We'll finish with a supine twist of your choice. So either knees simply falling off to one side, or if you'd like something a bit deeper, you could bind the legs. I quite like to hook my right ankle over my left knee, bring your arms out to a cactus shape, and then turn your head to the left. Sides as you're ready, ankle onto knee, turning your head the other way. And as the movement begins to slow down, it's so easy for our mind to take over, to start running off in all different directions. So we're just noticing that our mind is a big problem-solving machine, constantly trying to solve all the problems of the world. Sometimes it's not helpful, you know. There's plenty of time for thinking, but we really can benefit from having a break from that thinking mind and to experience just some life in our bodies and in this feeling space. So with that in mind, we say thank you, mind, but I don't beyond right now. I'm going to come back to breath, back to sensation. As you're ready, releasing that mind, knees into the chest. Give yourself a final squeeze. Kiss your nose to your knees. A little moment of gratitude for our bodies, for this practice. And then release those legs long and find your Shavasana. Final resting pose. Release the arms. Soften the entire body. Relaxing the face. Relaxing the shoulders. Letting your feet open up like a book. Taking up as much room as you've got. It might feel comforting for some of you to have the soles of your feet together. It's a really nice option. And if you find your mind is particularly busy today, I invite you to take your right hand onto your belly and your left hand onto your chest. And just tuning into your breath. As we take this final few minutes in stillness and in silence, just to be. If you have time to continue your Shavasana, please do so. But if you're finishing with me, release those arms. Start to gently find some circles with your toes, with your ankles. Arms lift up above the head, take a full body stretch. As you're ready, knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. Thanking ourselves for carving out this bit of time in our day to come back to ourselves, to live a life more in line with our values. As you're ready, rolling over onto one side, whichever side. Knees can come into your chest, just resting onto your arm for a moment. Start to press ourselves back up to a seated position. Finish the practice together. Resting your hands onto your knees or into your laps, sitting up nice and tall. Closing down those eyes. Exhaling all the air out of your lungs. Take a full breath into the body. And then open up the mouth to release. Again, full inhale. And soft exhale. Big breath in. Full breath out. Bring your hands up to our forehead, finding a little prayer prayer, and then folding forward over our legs, surrendering to whatever life throws us next. And that's all done for today, yogis. I hope you enjoyed your practice.